My dear Leo, I see you. I see what you have been carrying. I see the version of you that has been underwarning for years, undercharging for your work, accepting less than you are worth, performing generosity at the cost of your own financial security, sometimes giving away the very thing other people get paid for. I want to start this video by telling you something specific. Your Jupiter return begins on June 30th, the most expansive year of your decade. And while most astrologers will tell you Jupiter in the first house brings opportunity and visibility, very few will tell you what I am about to share with you, my darling. Jupiter in your first house is the year you finally learn what you are worth, not in theory, in dollars. The Leos who walk into this transit, understanding the financial implications of their visibility year, arrive at the August 12th eclipse with their pricing aligned, their offers positioned, and their income trajectory rewritten. The Leos who only enjoy the spotlight without addressing the money question arrive at year's end visible but not paid. June is the month to begin the financial preparation that determines which version of the Jupiter return you actually receive. I am Madame Aurora, 35 years studying the stars from my office in Manhattan. And I want to be honest with you, my dear Leo, because honesty about money is what your sign needs more than performance about money. Leo has a particular financial wound. You have been told somewhere along the way, often in childhood, sometimes from family, sometimes from a religion, sometimes from a culture, sometimes from a partner, that wanting money openly is greedy, that asking for money is unseemly, that the truly noble do their work for love and accept whatever they are offered. So you have grown up performing detachment from money even as you, in private, have struggled with money, worried about money. Watched less talented peers earn 3 or 4 times what you earn for similar work. The Jupiter return year is the year this pattern either breaks or hardens. Stay with me. What I am about to share will reshape how you walk into the most consequential financial year of your decade. Before I take you any further, I want to acknowledge something. Leo is the most underestimated sign when it comes to money psychology. The world sees you as confident, charismatic, the one who walks into a room and commands attention. The world rarely sees the specific way you have been undercharging your gifts. Many Leos have a pattern of doing brilliant work and then asking for the price they think the client can afford, rather than the price the work is actually worth. Many Leos give too much in free consultations, free introductions, free advice, free favors, because the giving itself feels noble and the asking feels small. Many Leos look successful from outside while struggling internally with how to pay their own bills. The Jupiter return year is the universe's invitation to look at this pattern directly, not to optimize it, to name it, then to slowly, gracefully change it. But first, let me tell you about Patricia. Patricia is a Leo client of mine from London, born in early August, who came to me in spring of 2014, just before her last Jupiter return. Patricia was 45 then. She had been working as a brand consultant for 15 years. She was brilliant at what she did. Her clients adored her. Her work directly produced millions of dollars in increased revenue for the companies she advised, and she was charging £7,000 per project. £7,000. For work that was generating, on her client's end, between £1 and £5 million per engagement. She came to me one afternoon and said, "Aurora, Jupiter is about to enter my sign, and I keep being told this is my year. But I feel exhausted. I am working harder than ever, and my income has not moved in 3 years. What am I doing wrong?" I looked at her chart and I said, "Patricia, my darling, listen to me very carefully. Jupiter is about to expand whatever you are showing the universe about your value. Right now, you are showing the universe that you are worth £7,000 per engagement. Jupiter will faithfully expand that, perhaps to 9, perhaps to 10,000. But Jupiter will not unilaterally elevate you into your actual value. The expansion follows the offer. If you walk into your Jupiter return year still charging $7,000 for work that produces millions, the universe will give you more clients at $7,000. More volume. Same undercharging. That is not the year you want. She listened. Between April and June of 2014, before Jupiter entered her sign, she did the financial work. She studied her client outcomes carefully. She calculated the actual value she had produced. She raised her prices. New clients, £35,000 per engagement. Existing clients on renewal. She structured a graduated increase to $30,000. She lost 2 clients in the negotiation. She kept 11. She gained 9 new clients at the new pricing during her Jupiter return year. Her income that year was £450,000, up from £110,000 the year before. By the end of the transit, she had moved to a model where she worked with 6 clients per year at £50,000 each. She told me, 10 years later, that the difference between her Jupiter return and her peers was that she did the pricing work before Jupiter arrived. Jupiter expanded what she had already corrected. The same kind of correction is available to you now, my dear Leo. Now, before I take you any further, my darling, I want to pause for just a moment. If what I am sharing is landing for you, if Patricia's story made you recognize something in yourself, even for a second, tap that little like button just below this video. It is a tiny gesture, but it tells YouTube to bring this kind of guidance more Leo souls who have been quietly under-earning while preparing for their year. So many Leos are at the threshold of their Jupiter return without having addressed the pricing and value questions that will determine whether the year actually pays them. Your like helps them find this video. And if you are not yet subscribed, this is the moment. June is the preparation month for the most expansive year of your decade, and you do not want to enter it without understanding the money side. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss the July money video or the August eclipse on Jupiter financial breakdown. Now let me show you what is actually happening in your chart this June, specifically for your money. Here is what each major June transit means for your financial life, my darling. The Sagittarius full moon on June 1st in your 5th house of romance, creativity, investments, and children is significant financially because the 5th house also rules speculation, creative income, and investment returns. A creative income matter culminates. An investment decision reaches its peak. A speculation pays off or closes. A creative project produces money. The 5th house, full moon, for Leo, is often the month you see whether your creative gambles have paid. Things to do. Review any investment, side project, or creative income stream in the first week of June. Make the decision that has been pending. Things not to do. Do not begin a new high-risk investment in the first week. Wait 3 days after the full moon to let things settle. Now let me get specific about the most important financial day of the first half of your month. June 9th. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction at 25 degrees of Cancer in your 12th house. The 12th house, financially, is the house of hidden assets, passive income, royalties, residuals, properties you do not actively manage. Money that comes without daily effort, financial windfalls from unexpected sources, and behind-the-scenes financial structures. Venus-Jupiter in your 12th house on June 9th is one of the most powerful single days of your year for hidden financial work. What does this look like for you specifically, my darling? For Leos with intellectual property, books, music, art, courses, patents, content libraries, June 9th often brings royalty news, residual payment, or licensing opportunity that has been hovering. For Leos with real estate that is not their primary residence, a rental, an inherited property, a second home, June 9th often brings income, sale opportunity, or tenant resolution. For Leos with passive income channels, investments, dividends, subscriptions, recurring revenue, June 9th often brings unexpected expansion. For Leos who have been considering a behind-the-scenes financial restructure, refinancing, debt consolidation, financial planning, estate work, June 9th is the day to schedule the appointment or sign the documents that have been pending. For Leos who have been quietly carrying financial information no one else knows about, savings you have kept private, debts you have not shared, accounts you have not mentioned, June 9th brings energy to either continue keeping the information private or to gently begin sharing it with someone you trust. The universe is dressing your hidden financial life in gold for one afternoon. Plan toward it. But here is what I have to tell you, my darling, because I would not be an honest astrologer if I did not. June 9th is the last full bloom of Jupiter in your 12th house. The transit has been running since June of 2025. For the past year, you have been receiving financial gifts you may not have fully acknowledged, small windfalls, unexpected refunds, debts forgiven, financial generosities from sources you did not anticipate, passive income that grew without you actively working at it. Many of you have not noticed how much the 12th house Jupiter has been quietly supporting you. June 9th is the moment to acknowledge it. Look at your financial life on June 9th. Where has the universe been supporting you behind the scenes? Honor it. The window closes on June 29th, so whatever 12th house financial matter has been pending, finalize it, close it, claim it. Wait, before I continue, I need to interrupt myself, because there is something happening just a few days after June 9th that affects your money in a significant way. On June 14th at 10:54 in the evening Eastern Time, a new moon perfects at 24 degrees of Gemini in your 11th house of friendships, groups, communities, and, critically for finances, income from career and network-based earnings. The 11th house, for Leo, governs the money that comes through your community, your professional network, your social platforms, your online presence, your collaborations. I want to slow down here because the 11th house is enormous for Leo financial life, and most astrologers do not address it directly. The 11th house is the house of the network, the people who refer business to you, the colleagues who recommend you, the professional community that creates opportunities, the online platform that monetizes your work, the collaborative income that comes through partnerships and group efforts. For Leos who earn through visibility, content creators, consultants, speakers, performers, entrepreneurs with public profiles, professionals with strong networks. The 11th house is often the actual source of income, more than the 6th house of daily work or the 10th house of formal career. And here is what is significant about this new moon. It is happening just after Uranus entered Gemini on April 25th. Uranus in your 11th house for 7 years is revolutionizing your network. Some friendships will end. New ones will appear. Some collaborations will fall apart. New ones will form. The professional community you have been part of for years may shift, and your income from this house, from your network, your collaborations, your online presence, your community, is being restructured for the next 7 years. The new moon on June 14th is the first major lunar event activating this new Uranus transit. For some of you, June 14th brings the beginning of a new income stream from your network. A collaboration that pays, a referral that turns into work, a community-based product or service that begins to generate income. For some, June 14th brings the moment you finally pursue the professional community involvement you have been postponing. A mastermind, a professional association, a peer group that becomes the source of next year income. For some, June 14th brings a sudden offer from someone in your circle that did not exist a month before. Stand. Take 7 slow breaths, then say out loud 3 times, I welcome the year of being properly paid. I welcome the value the universe knows I bring. I welcome the version of myself who charges what her work is worth. 3 times. Slowly. Sit. Open your journal. Write the date. Then write the answers to these 5 questions, slowly, with the honesty Leo can manage when no one is watching. Question 1. What is the actual value my work produces in the lives or businesses of the people I serve, in concrete terms? Dollars saved, dollars earned, results achieved, lives changed. Question 2. What am I currently charging, and what is the gap between my pricing and my actual value? Question 3. What specific pricing increase will I implement during my Jupiter return year? And on what date will I begin charging the new rates? Be specific. Question 4. What free work have I been giving away that, starting in late July, I will begin to charge for in some appropriate form? Question 5. By the time Jupiter leaves my sign in July of 2027, what is my annual income? What is my hourly or project rate? And what financial life have I built that the version of me who is reading these words right now would not have dared to claim? Sit with each answer. Be specific. Then place both hands on your heart and say 3 times, slowly, I am the carrier of value. I am the channel of the gifts I have been given. I am ready to be paid for being who I am. 3 times. Let both candles burn down while you sit with your written answers. The pricing decision year has begun. Let me speak briefly about rising signs and financial implications. If your rising is also Leo, Jupiter sits on your ascendant, the most personally visible Jupiter return possible. The financial implications are doubly personal. If your rising is Virgo, Jupiter is in your 12th house preparing you for your big year. For you, this is preparation rather than launch. If your rising is Cancer, Jupiter has just left your sign and entered your 2nd house, your money house, beginning 13 months of personal income expansion. If your rising is Libra, Jupiter is in your 11th house, network and community income expansion. If your rising is Scorpio, Jupiter is in your 10th house, career income elevation. If your rising is Sagittarius, Jupiter is in your 9th house, your sign, international and publishing income expansion. If your rising is Capricorn, Jupiter is in your 8th house, joint financial transformation. If your rising is Aquarius, Jupiter is in your 7th house, partnership-based income. If your rising is Pisces, Jupiter is in your 6th house, daily work income expansion. If your rising is Aries, Jupiter is in your 5th house, creative and investment income. If your rising is Taurus, Jupiter is in your 4th house, real estate and home-based income. If your rising is Gemini, Jupiter is in your 3rd house, voice and communication income. If your Venus is in Leo, Jupiter on your Venus enhances pleasure spending and beauty-related income. If your Venus is in Cancer, Venus on your Venus on June 9th, your luckiest passive income window. If your Venus is in Gemini, the new moon on June 14th lands on your Venus. Network and collaboration income opens. Compatibility for financial support. The 3 signs most aligned with your financial life this month are Cancer, Sagittarius, and Aries. Cancer, because Jupiter is in Cancer through June 28th. Cancer financial advisors, accountants, and money mentors are particularly attuned to you this month. Sagittarius, because the fellow fire sign understands abundance, and Sagittarians often introduce you to expansion opportunities. Aries, because the fire trine offers entrepreneurial inspiration. Be careful with Taurus, your career-pricing healer. Taurus clients or authority figures may surface pricing tensions all year. Be patient with Aquarius, your partnership challenger. Aquarian business partners may make sudden financial decisions. The sign that will surprise you financially, my dear Leo. Gemini. As Uranus and Mars both operate in Gemini in your 11th house, a Gemini will introduce you to a network-based income opportunity that did not exist a month before. Trust the Gemini. My dear Leo, before I let you go, 3 small things I want to say. 1. If any part of this video has brought you clarity about your money, even one date, even one sentence, tap that like button. It is the simplest way to tell YouTube to bring this work to more Leo souls who have been quietly under-earning while preparing for their year. Your like helps them find this video. 2. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Next month's money video will cover the first month of Jupiter in your sign, financially, day by day, and August's will cover the financial implications of the eclipse on Jupiter in your sign. You absolutely cannot miss the financial preparation series. 3. Write to me in the comments. My question for you tonight is this. What pricing increase, fee adjustment, or value claim have you been postponing, even though your work is worth it, that you are finally ready to commit to as your Jupiter return begins? Just one sentence. Other Leos in this comment section are reading these words and recognizing themselves. We are building a community here, and you are part of it. I read every single comment, truly. And one more small thing. If you know another Leo who has been undercharging while planning her year, share this video with her. You may not realize how much one share matters. It is how this work finds the Leo who need it. Thank you, my darling. This community is becoming something I never expected, and you are part of it. June 9th, June 14th, June 19th, June 29th. Write the dates down. The stars are with you. Your Jupiter return is coming. The most expansive year of your decade is 6 weeks away. But here is the secret most astrologers will not tell you. The Jupiter return rewards the financial structure you walk into the year with, the pricing you decide on in June, the value you claim in July, the rates you announce in late July when Mercury is direct. These determine whether the year actually pays you or only makes you busy. The Leos who do the financial work now arrive at year's end actually wealthier. The Leos who do not arrive visible, but unpaid. You have earned the wealthier version. Walk toward it. I am Madame Aurora from Manhattan, and I love you, my dear Leo. I will see you in July for the first month of your Jupiter return money forecast. And there is one more thing about the June 14th new moon. It is squared by Saturn and Neptune in your 9th house, which means the network and community income chapter that begins in mid-June is connected to the philosophical, educational, publishing, or international work the Saturn-Neptune transit is asking of you. Many Leos will find that the income that opens in mid-June is income from teaching, writing, publishing, foreign clients, or work that crosses borders or cultures. Pay attention to who in your network is offering this kind of opportunity. 3 days after the new moon, on June 17th, Mars leaves Taurus and enters Gemini. Mars, in your 11th house, often brings active income momentum through network and community channels. The collaboration becomes concrete. The referral turns into a signed contract. The community-based offer materializes. Mars stays in your 11th house through August 11th, giving you almost 2 full months of fire in your network income sector. Use it. Reach out. Send the message. Follow up on the offer. Confirm the collaboration. Pause for just one moment, my darling. I know this is a lot. I have been putting hours into this video, researching not just the transits but the specific financial implications for a Leo. Because you deserve real guidance, not generic money horoscopes. If this is bringing you value, would you do me 3 small things? Like this video. It tells YouTube this matters. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you have not yet. July's money video will cover the first month of Jupiter in your sign financially, and August's will cover the eclipse on Jupiter financial breakdown. You absolutely cannot miss the financial preparation series. And write to me in the comments. Even one sentence. Other Leos in this comment section are reading and recognizing themselves. We are becoming a community now. Thousands of Leos all walking through the same Jupiter return year together, financially as well as visibly. Come be part of it. Now let me continue. Now comes one of the most important financial transits of your year for the long term. June 19th, Chiron, the wounded healer, enters Taurus and your 10th house of career, public reputation, authority, and how you are seen and paid by the world. For 7 years, until April of 2033, Chiron will sit in your 10th house healing wounds about how you have been pricing yourself, undercharging, and accepting less than your work is worth. I want to slow down here, my darling, because the 10th house, Chiron, is one of the most important transits for any Leo who has struggled with pricing. The 10th house is the house of your public value, what the world pays for your work, what the market establishes as your worth, what your career has been able to command. Many Leos carry deep wounds in this area. Some were told early in their careers that they were lucky to be paid at all. Some were exploited in early professional environments and developed pricing patterns shaped by that exploitation. Some accepted low rates as junior professionals and have never raised them. Some have a particular relationship with authority figures, bosses, clients, gatekeepers, where they accept what is offered rather than negotiate. Some have watched less talented peers earn more for similar work and have not been able to name why this kept happening to them. Chiron in your 10th house for 7 years slowly will surface these patterns and heal them. Not in a month, over years. But June 19th is the day the healing begins. You may find, starting in June, that you cannot accept the old pricing anymore. The undercharging that used to feel acceptable starts to feel costly. The free work you used to give starts to feel like theft of your own time. The authority figures you used to defer to start to feel less imposing. This is the Chiron transit working. Welcome it. Pay attention to what surfaces about your relationship with money and authority in the second half of June. Then, on June 29th, 2 enormous things happen on the same day. Mercury stations retrograde at 26 degrees of Cancer, in your 12th house. And Jupiter leaves Cancer and walks into Leo. Your sign, beginning your Jupiter return. The portal day, my darling. June 29th is the financial portal of your year. I want to slow down here, because Jupiter in your first house for Leo has a specific relationship to money that most astrologers do not address directly. Jupiter in the first house expands your visibility, your personal presence, your charismas, your physical magnetism. For most signs, this is primarily an emotional or identity expansion. For Leo, because you are governed by the sun and have a particular relationship to public presence, the visibility expansion translates directly into earning capacity. You become more sought after. Your work commands more attention. People want to work with you. The market responds to your presence in ways it does not for other signs. So here is what the Jupiter return year does to a Leo financially. It expands your earning capacity if your pricing structure is aligned. It floods you with clients, opportunities, and offers at whatever pricing you walk into the year with. Which means, and this is the lesson, the pricing decision you make in June before Jupiter arrives determines how much money the Jupiter return actually pays you. The Leos who raise their prices in June receive Jupiter's expansion at the new rates. The Leos who walk into the Jupiter return at their old rates receive 13 months of expanded volume at undercharged prices. Both groups will look busy. Only the first group will end the year actually wealthier. The Mercury retrograde context, my darling. Mercury stations retrograde in your 12th house, the very house Jupiter is leaving. So as Jupiter walks out of your hidden financial house and into your visible body, Mercury asks you to look back at the 12th house once more. What hidden financial matter needs your attention before the public phase begins? An old refund you have not claimed? A subscription you have been meaning to cancel? An account that has been quietly underperforming? A debt that has been undermining your sense of worth? A financial relationship from your past that needs final resolution? Use the Mercury retrograde from June 29th through July 23rd to complete the 12th house financial chapter before fully stepping into the first house body chapter. The Capricorn full moon on June 30th at 14 degrees in your 6th house of work, daily routine, and service brings work-related financial matters to a peak. A salary discussion concludes. A daily work compensation arrangement resolves. A long-running income matter from your day-to-day work either crystallizes or releases. For Leos with traditional employment, the Capricorn full moon often brings a job-related financial moment. For Leos who are self-employed, it often brings a clarification about the daily structure of their income. What is working? What is not? I want to stop for a moment, my darling, because I know I have been giving you a lot. Let me make it simple. 3 financial priorities for June. First, review your pricing. Whatever you charge for your work, whatever rate you accept, whatever income structure you have built, look at it, honestly. Not against what feels comfortable, but against what your work actually produces in value for the people you serve. Most Leos can charge between 30 and 70% more than they currently do. The Jupiter return is the year to raise. June is the month to begin the raise. Second, look at where you are giving away your gifts for free. The free consultation that takes 3 hours, the free advice you give in social settings, the free expertise you offer to family, the discounted rate you give to friends of friends. June is the month to name these patterns and begin to address them. Not harshly, honestly. Third, claim what is hidden. Whatever financial gift, opportunity, refund, or windfall has been waiting for your attention, claim it on or around June 9th. Things to do: make the appointments, have the conversations, send the new pricing emails on or after July 24th, when Mercury's is direct. Things not to do: do not raise your prices on June 29th or 30th themselves. Wait until late July. Mercury retrograde is for review, not announcement. Let me give you the week-by-week financial breakdown briefly. First week, June 1st through 7th. Review your investment and creative income positions. The Sagittarius full moon on the 1st brings a creative or speculative matter to a peak. Mars is in Taurus through the 17th, sitting in your 10th house, giving you steady professional momentum. Use the first week for honest pricing review. Second week, June 8th through 14th. June 9th is the day for hidden financial work. Claim the windfall. Schedule the financial appointment. Finalize the passive income structure. The new moon on the 14th begins your network income chapter under Uranus. Be in both fully. Third week, June 15th through 21st. Mars enters your 11th house on the 17th, intensifying network and collaboration energy. Chiron enters your 10th house on the 19th. Pricing and authority wounds begin to surface for healing. Pay attention to what feels different about how you relate to your fees, your contracts, your authority. Fourth week, June 22nd through 30th. The portal week, June 29th. Jupiter enters your sign. Your Jupiter return begins. Mercury retrogrades in your 12th house. June 30th full moon in your 6th house. Work-related financial matters resolve. What to do? By the night of June 29th, have your pricing decisions made internally, even if you have not yet announced them. What not to do? Do not announce new rates, sign new contracts, or formalize new pricing on June 29th or 30th. Wait until late July. But before I move to area-specific income forecasts, I need to interrupt myself one more time and tell you something specific about the shadow side of a Leo-Jupiter return year financially, because I would not be honest with you if I did not name it. Let me tell you about Helen. Helen was a Leo client of mine from Sydney, born in early August. She came to me in late 2015, near the end of her previous Jupiter return. Helen had had what looked like a successful Jupiter return year. She had been promoted publicly. She had been quoted in industry publications. Her client base had doubled, but her income had only grown by 12%. She had taken on twice the work at almost the same hourly rate. She came to see me in October of 2015 and said, "Aurora, my year was visible, but I am not actually wealthier. What did I miss?" I told her, "Helen, you let the visibility expand without expanding the pricing. Jupiter gave you twice the clients at the same rate, because that was the structure you walked into the year with. Jupiter does not unilaterally make you wealthy. Jupiter expands what you offer. If you offer your gifts at undercharged rates, Jupiter expands the undercharging." She spent the next 2 years correcting. She raised her prices. She lost some clients. She kept the ones who valued her properly. By 2017, she had matched her Jupiter return year output at half the volume, meaning she had become twice as efficient by being properly paid. She told me, years later, that her real lesson from her Jupiter return was that the universe rewards Leos who walk into the visibility year having done the financial work in advance. My dear Leo, please hear this. Over the next 13 months, you will be offered more visibility, more clients, more opportunities, more attention. The temptation is to take everything, because everything feels like it should be taken. The discipline is to raise your prices first, so that what you do take pays you properly. The Leos who do the pricing work in June and July arrive at the August 12th eclipse and the year ahead with both the visibility and the income. The Leos who postpone the pricing work arrive at the end of the year exhausted, visible, and not actually wealthier. Let me walk you through each financial area now, briefly. Direct income from your primary work. The dominant question of your year. June is for reviewing your pricing structure. The Chiron entry to your 10th house on June 19th begins long-term healing of pricing patterns. The Jupiter return that begins on June 29th amplifies whatever pricing structure you walk into the year with. Raise your rates. Begin in late July. Network and collaboration income. The Uranus in your 11th house since April and the new moon on June 14th open this chapter for 7 years. Many Leos will earn through collaborations, referrals, community involvement, and online platforms in the years ahead. Reach out. Build the network. Make the introductions. Passive and hidden income. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction on June 9th in your 12th house is the peak. Claim what has been hidden. Finalize the residual structure. Address the passive income channel. The window closes on June 29th. Joint and shared financial structures. Pluto in your 7th house since 2024 continues the long, deep transformation of your business partnerships and intimate financial dynamics. June is relatively quiet on this axis, but pay attention to any partnership conversations that surface. Investments and speculation. The Sagittarius full moon on June 1st in your 5th house brings investment matters to a peak. Review carefully. The Jupiter return year often brings investment opportunities, but the right ones come after July 23rd, when Mercury is direct. Do not commit to new investments in June 29th or 30th. Property and real estate. The 12th house Venus-Jupiter on June 9th often brings real estate matters. Rentals, inherited properties, second homes, or investment properties into focus. The Jupiter return year may bring property opportunities for Leos who are ready. International income, publishing, and teaching. The Saturn-Neptune in your 9th house all year affects this area. Many Leos will earn through foreign clients, publishing opportunities, courses, online education, or work that crosses borders. The income from this house is being rebuilt for years. 2026 is the foundation year, debt and financial obligations. The 12th house Mercury retrograde from June 29th is the time to address debt structures, refinancing, financial cleanup. Schedule the appointment with the financial advisor or accountant for late June or early July. Now, my darling, take out your journal and your favorite pen. I want to give you a ritual you can do on June 29th, the night of the Jupiter return, specifically for the financial year ahead. This is your pricing decision ritual. Jupiter enters Leo at 10:51 in the evening Pacific Time on June 29th, 1:51 in the morning Eastern Time on June 30th, 6:51 in the morning London time on June 30th, and 7:51 in the morning Central European time on June 30th. Do the ritual at the moment Jupiter crosses into Leo, or as soon as you can afterward. Find a space that feels like your professional self. Your office is good. Your desk is good. Where you actually do your work is best. Light a single gold candle and a single deep green candle. Gold for Jupiter and Leo. Deep green for prosperity. Place a piece of citrine, pyrite, or emerald beside them. Your prosperity stones. Burn frankincense, cinnamon, or bay laurel. If you do not have these, any rich candle and any warm scent will work.